Hi, I'm Pat Sirois, and this is My Kind of Town. And today I have two guests with me. I have Mary Millican, and I have Kim Sirois, Pita. And Mary, you are the co-founder of REAcycle?
Real Estate Agents REAcycle, yes I am.
Okay. And you are the co-founder.
Yes ma'am.
And how did you come up with that idea?
Well, I didn't actually come up with the idea. Janet Tanner, who is a longtime real estate agent of more than 20 years, was just tired of seeing things go to the dumpster that could go to people in need. And so about 5 years ago, she said to me, "Oh, Mary, I have a job for you." And now I say, show me the money, because it's been 5 years and we're still doing this nonprofit, which is fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
So I co-founded it with her, and we have been doing it for the past 5 years. And basically what it is that we take things that normally would be thrown into a dumpster
Mm-hmm.
and get those items, household and furniture items, directly to people in need. We hire people that are unemployed and underemployed to coordinate a person's move, and everything else goes where it should go instead of into the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the nuts and bolts.
Great. And Kim, what is your position at REAcycle?
Real Estate Agents REAcycle.
REAcycle, okay.
I am the marketing director, and
Uh-huh.
I'm in charge of making sure that the general public knows what we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
understands what we're doing. Part of our initiative is to reach out to senior citizens in particular, because we know that they have houses filled with items, and many, many times they just can't, they don't have the strength, they don't have the stamina, they
Right,
don't have the
right.
ability to get rid of the items. So I'm working on promoting the organization amongst the public, but also amongst the real estate agents across the greater
Mhm.
Hartford region, because we need real estate agents to participate in this program and offer it to their clients.
Right, right. And I know so many seniors are going into these senior housing or 55 and over, and they're smaller than what they have now.
Correct.
And they
not-
need to downsize, and what do you do with it? And their family probably doesn't want it.
Nobody wants anything
Exactly.
anymore.
And I would have that problem
Yes.
too
Yes,
if
I think I
senior
probably
housing.
Yes,
Because,
these problems.
Kim would come to my house and go, I don't want this and I don't want that.
My children don't want any of my things, and what happens is people are attached. They're so attached
Yes.
to their things because
Yes.
they love them.
Yes.
And so it takes someone with some training and that can talk to the people who are downsizing and reassure them that now their things don't go into a dumpster.
Right,
They
that they're
go
going
to
to be
other people
in
who can
need.
use them, who will love them, and they can part with them a little bit easier. And every coordination job that, and I'm the trainer of the coordinators, and every single time I go in and people are so overwhelmed and they want to save things and they love this, and I'm going to have one setting of my mother's dishes, and I say to them every time, after 2 or 3 days of this, you will be throwing it away or
Right,
giving it
right,
away.
right.
And it does happen, but you have to embrace your new life.
Right.
And so it's not really a giving up of what you had.
Right.
It's embracing something for yourself. And mostly the women that I work with that are downsizing, they have done everything for everyone their whole lives. And now they're giving all that away that they have worked so hard to accumulate. And so it's hard for them to really
Let go.
understand
Right.
that this is a step for them.
Right.
You know, they'll be totally unburdened. Once they do it and they make their move, they're so happy.
Yeah.
But
Less clutter.
the Real Estate Agents REAcycle is a one-stop shop.
Uh-huh.
We come in and do everything. They don't have to call, all of these different agencies. They don't have to put things out by the street. They don't have to call a dumpster. We take care of everything.
So someone's gonna sell their house and for instance, go into senior housing. So you come into their house and you tell them about this program, that you're gonna help them downsize.
Well, the agent should have done that. There's a participating agent.
Okay, the real estate agent.
A real estate agent that they have to be selling their house in order to participate in this. So the agent will go to their clients and say, I am going to pay a fee so that you can access all of the people that they have that are unemployed and underemployed. So that you're not only hiring people that need work, that are trained and insured to be in your house, you're also doing the right thing. And those people are coordinating everything. They are saying, save this for staging. The real estate agent is part of it. They're helping with save this, you know, keep this. And then a second time around, they'll come back and get rid of anything else after the house sells.
So the client is actually paying for this service?
Yes, they're paying,
Okay.
but the statistics that we have are they're paying far less than they would if they got a dumpster, got
Right.
people to work in the house, and got
right,
all of that.
right.
Hired
Where-
a truck.
Right, because
all
there's that truck got junk.
That
Yes.
costs
And they
almost twice as much.
I know, they come,
And
because
it
I had
goes-
that. They
yeah.
come out and they measure everything and.
But it goes to a dumpster. I mean,
And
it goes to a landfill.
dumpster.
Right.
And so there are two things happening. One is that it's more convenient and it's more affordable to work with the participating agent, and any agent can participate from any organization, any real estate company. And we go in and things are distributed. You know, the metal goes to the metal, the paper goes to paper.
Right, right.
There will always be a little trash, but anything that is usable will go to somebody in need or an organization
So,
that gets it to someone
I
in
have
need.
some flyers here, so I noticed that some of the organizations that are like Habitat, and maybe Kim can talk about this because you're the marketing expert.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so what's great about Real Estate Agents Recycle is we have assembled partners throughout the state who take certain items. So Habitat Humanity Restore takes certain things. Big Brothers Big Sisters take certain things. Salvation Army takes certain things. We also have an alliance with Paint Care, which takes paint cans.
And we all have a lot of those.
Right, you know, I know I do.
Yeah.
Take Two Recycling takes electronics. So we have established relationships with all these organizations. So we make the calls. The homeowners don't have to make the calls. The real estate agents don't have to make the calls. Real Estate Agents Recycle makes the calls. And we continue to build those relationships. We actually just started another relationship with the Capital City Education Alliance. They are repurposing furniture, and they are doing it with teenagers. And so we are going now start to deliver some of our items to them so they can actually repurpose an old couch that may need to be reconditioned and then sell it in their store. And so it's teaching teenagers how to create, how to be makers. You know, this whole maker space has become a big thing. And then become entrepreneurs and actually sell it and help this nonprofit. We also are aligning with another organization called Second Chance Planet. So this is a really comprehensive approach at environmental stewardship.
Exactly.
We're
yeah.
taking things that people ultimately would be putting to the curb, putting in their garbage cans or bringing to the dump, and we're actually giving it new life.
Right,
And so that in and of itself is an amazing
It's kind of a
accomplishment.
green project.
Yeah, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Now, how many realtors do you have hooked up with this, or is it you've advertised to all the real estate agents?
All realtors, any realtor from any agency can participate.
I
So
see.
when an agent goes to a listing appointment and their client says, I have all the stuff, I don't know what to do, instead of the agent saying, well, you have to do this, this, and this, the agent will say, I will pay a fee for you to be able to call Real Estate Agents Recycle, talk to them, and they'll take care of it for you. And then you will pay for the people that they use individually.
I see.
So it's very, they're still going to pay, but they're going to pay far less, and they're doing the right thing.
Right.
You know, which is the most important part. I mean, it's all important, but the most important part is for us as a society to be able to be, you know, to help people that are not in permanent housing, that don't have jobs or are underemployed, to have jobs. We employ them at a good wage, we train them, we ensure them to be in your home, and that's what the fee that the agent will pay covers all of that. And then the people that they're taking it away, we use local movers that will take things to wherever they belong, and so it's all, you know, the right thing, and it's all good, and it's all recycling.
It's a great idea.
And then on the buyer side, so that was for the home seller. On the buyer side, we've also established a relationship with Energy Efficiency Solutions. And so if a real estate agent has a buyer client and they want to participate in the program, we have set up an arrangement with Energy Efficiency Solutions where they will come into the house for the buyer and assess the house and the efficiency, and then help create solutions to make it more efficient. So as the buyer is moving in, they're going to move into a more energy efficient home. And it's they provide almost $1,000 worth of service, and the real estate agent would participate in that.
And it's at a much reduced cost.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking at opportunities not only on the seller side but also the buyer side, so that everybody can participate.
Now, is this done anywhere outside of the Hartford area? I mean, other states do it, or you just
this type of program? Not at this level.
Not at this level. You know, the West Coast seems to be a little ahead of us in entrepreneurship and giving back in their communities. And so a lot is being done sort of in the green areas that we are in now. But nobody on the East Coast is doing anything like this. It's not organized in a way that really benefits our clients as real estate agents.
And you came up with this idea, or
I did not.
Janet
Janet came up with the idea, and then I helped make it work.
It's a fabulous idea. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it really was Janet's way of building a legacy. You know, it was her idea to say, I can't stand watching all this stuff going to the garbage or be put to the curb. I want to build something that can be sustainable over time. And the great thing is that, you know, they make such a Janet and Mary make such a great team, and really building up those community relationships. United Bank has stepped in as one of our sponsors. They have been phenomenal with us. They see this as a workforce development initiative as well as an environmental initiative. It's a very strong humanitarian effort. And then the other thing is we are also hosting events. The Birdhouse Auction, which you came to, is something that was Mary's idea, and Mary can probably share a little bit more about it. But we were able to raise money for our organization to continue to do what we're doing by doing something clever. So
it was
Tell
a lot
us
of
about
fun.
the Birdhouse.
Well, the Birdhouse auction was just a lot of fun. I've been a nonprofit on and off my whole adult life, so there's always something brewing about how can some organization use this. And so we did a Birdhouse auction at the Pond House in West Hartford. And the owners of the Pond House are big supporters of Community Partners in Action. And that is an organization that also helps people get on their feet, mostly people that have been incarcerated. They train them, they give them job skills and all of that. And so they're huge supporters. So we split it, and we raised money for both organizations. And we did great, and it was a lot of fun. It wasn't your normal fundraiser where you sit down and eat dinner. It was everybody was involved, and you know, it was interactive. Children,
and
adults.
How many birdhouses did you have?
Over 100.
And everybody donated.
They all donated, and this year we're hoping to have the pillars of the community, along with artists and art teachers, and along with the children we had last year, and builders that we had last year. We'd like to expand it so that we can get our senator and different people to either buy one and sign it or make one and sign it.
Right.
And
So you're going to stay with the theme of
Well,
birdhouses.
So it worked so great. Everybody
mean-
loved it. People were so creative.
this
And everyone was different.
everyone
was-
is
I know
always
I made
different.
one and it was lacy and pink.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yours was a very popular one.
And-
Actually, we were at an event last week, and one of the women said, "Ever since the birdhouse auction, I have fallen in love with birdhouses."
Right.
She's
Yeah.
like, "I have them all over my house now." My sister-in-law, Karen, she painted a birdhouse for us, and she now has become like
A birdhouse painter.
Yes.
Yeah.
She like gives
It's
them as
the
gifts.
greatest- yeah.
So it's like it's transformed people in our
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
And it was so much fun.
Yeah, and we had one, Bev LeConte, a friend of mine, made a steampunk. If you don't know what steampunk is, look it up. It's a great art
gorgeous.
form that comes from the 1800s, and she donated one. And people were fighting, I mean, really bidding it,
Yeah.
fighting
Well, they were
over
all
it. They were all
different.
beautiful.
They were all
We had
different.
cedar proper ones that are true birdhouses for people that really are, bird lovers,
Mm-hmm.
and then ones that you could put in your house or give to your children. But anyway, this year I need a committee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
This year I need
Ma,
more
do you want to
help.
serve on another committee?
Yeah.
Oh, another committee.
So yeah, but we try to make real estate agents recycle, palatable for people who are moving. It's hard. It's
is.
hard when you've
It
been in
is.
your house even 10 years, but
It
those
is
who've been in for
overwhelming.
25 or 30 years.
I've been in my house for 50 years.
You cannot move. That's why people don't move, because they don't know where to begin. And what I tell everybody is every drawer takes 2 hours, because you're going to have your kitchen drawer that might take 15 or 20 minutes, but then you're going to see the drawer where Johnny's, first card was, and oh my gosh, look at the tooth.
I know,
And,
I know.
And you'll spend 3.5 hours on that one drawer.
Well, one
you know.
summer, my grandchildren came over, and I said, let's go up in the attic because I want to clean the attic. And we had the best time
Sure.
taking down baby clothes.
Right. And
That
who
were
wants
yours and your
that?
sisters. And
50-year-old baby clothes.
yeah,
Nobody
and my
wants those.
granddaughter said, what were you thinking?
Right.
Why do you still have this? And I go, I don't know, I just didn't want to let it
And,
go.
and then once you put it up there, you never see it again.
Right.
So
Right,
you don't pay any
right.
attention to it.
I
'cause
mean,
it's
the
buried.
plastic baby pants, you know how they had the
Yeah,
plastic
back
inside?
in the day.
They just disintegrated.
Absolutely.
And,
And so then that kind of stuff gets recycled. So
right.
it's fabric.
Well, I don't think even that could have
Right.
gotten recycled.
So, right.
Maybe
so
30
the
years
fabric,
ago.
The fabric, even if it's disintegrated, that
Right,
can go into
right,
paper recycle. That all can go in there. I mean, so the boxes, the old boxes that are falling apart, that's a recycle item. So we go through all of that. But it's hand holding too. You have to have.
Yeah, it's almost like that show, The Hoarders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
it's
not
like
go
pulling
there.
it away.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's not go there. Yeah.
Gotta
no.
give this away.
So-
And what's great about what Mary just said is that a lot of people don't realize what is recyclable. Like I
Right,
even know, like when
right.
I'm putting things in my bin, I think to myself, is this recyclable? The coordinators come in, they know exactly what's
Right.
recyclable.
Yeah.
They know exactly
Yeah.
what you can keep. They know exactly what can go where. Versus some of us might just throw it in our trash bin
'Cause we don't realize
'cause we
it's
don't
recyclable.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
know there's a
that's a-
place, is it Manchester, that takes old clothes, fabrics, and they recycle it. And
Right. And we have to be aware too, because the third world countries that, we send a lot of our fabric to are having a huge problem with that. Huge. They have mountains of cotton clothing that they do not use, and it's becoming a secondary problem to tsunamis and other things like that, because we're just shipping this out. So we're really careful. Who are we giving this to?
Right,
Who
right,
are we recycling with? Because we don't want to create a problem for someone else,
Right,
for another
exactly.
country, for a third world country.
I'm a member of the Lions Club, and our big thing is recycling
Glasses.
eyeglasses. Because for health reasons or something, they cannot be used in this country.
That's right.
So we have recycling boxes in different areas.
And people should know they're at banks, a lot of banks. I
Right,
have a big
right.
box at my house from a place that I, just help coordinate.
Right.
And I have a box of glasses that I'll bring over to United Bank. So
Right,
there's
right.
another place
Right.
that things go.
And there's actually, once a year, we have a breakfast, and all the boxes are brought from all the Lions Clubs in the area. And they're shipped someplace in the
And-
Midwest, and they're all sorted, and then they're shipped out to the different countries.
Right.
So we
They're
really,
sorted, they're cleaned, they're sanitized, and they're shipped out.
and they're,
Exactly.
I think they know what the
Like what the prescription
prescription
yeah.
is, and they're separated, and it's quite a business.
It's a huge
Wow.
thing. It's huge.
But
now.
it's recycling. They've been doing this for
and
years.
it's helpful.
And it's helpful to
helpful
people.
to
And you
so-
know that some of these people in third world nations can't even practically see, but
Right.
then, you know.
So when you're talking about recycling, you have to be aware of what is helpful and what is not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want to send to people who are starting out in an apartment that have been in a shelter. They don't need vases,
Right,
you know, for
exactly,
flowers. They
exactly.
need a table and chairs
Right,
and dishes
right,
and pots and
right,
pans
right.
and towels and sheets. So that is what, like a Hand Up and Journey Home. Those
Right.
are two places that now have merged, and they get to people who have exactly that, veterans, people from shelters, people who have been incarcerated, have done, you know, their training, and now they're in apartments. And
So
they have
so
nothing.
these certain organizations that you bring things to, they're going to know who they should
Exactly.
bring them to.
We know what they
Exactly.
need,
Right.
and they then distribute.
And they distribute.
Mm-hmm.
And Journey Home is...
They have just combined with
A Hand Up.
a Hand Up.
So they're the organization that'll help people
They
that
work
just
with women
get out of
mostly, and-
shelters.
Well, no. There are agencies who provide housing through a variety of places, churches, organizations, you know, that find a place for people to live, but then when they get there, they have nothing.
Right.
And so that's where we come in. You know, we get it to the people who get it to the people who have these housing, who have gotten housing that had none.
Right. Now, if there's a nonprofit organization, such as we have quite a large shelter in town, a family shelter, do they have to fill out an application with you, or to get on your list?
It's a partnership,
Okay.
which Kim can speak to.
Yeah, so you know, we're always looking for new partners that, you know, like Second Chance Planet is a new one. If there's organizations that need things that we could bring things to them, they could definitely reach out to us through either our website or our phone number. It's not an application. It's just building strategic partners, and so we would meet with you. And it's really kind of scouring who's out there and where the things can go.
It's amazing, and really right now, because we use one or two vendors for moving things. The partners that we're looking for example, the shelter, they probably have trucks and can pick things up. That would expedite, and that would also help the people when they're leaving a shelter.
When they're leaving the shelter,
Then
exactly.
the shelter usually has all of these services. They're leaving a shelter, they have a food pantry lined up, there's a truck involved somewhere, and then if we have a house we're cleaning out and we have them on a list, like, oh, we have, you
A
know,
bed or a
whatever,
table.
yeah. So that they have the trucks and the people to come pick up is another thing that we
So
do.
basically, you have partners, but you're always looking for more partners.
Yeah, for instance, we did this with Courtney Dunlap. He came to us. Actually, Janet had met him, and he was opening up a home for teenage girls suffering from intellectual disabilities. It was an empty house. He met with Janet and met with Mary, and they agreed that they were going to help fill the house so that these girls could have a home when
Right.
they came into the facility. So they aligned with all of their participating homeowners to figure out, you know, what couch do we have, what table do we have.
It was very cool.
Yeah, and then not only did they do that, they took on this project with vigor. They also worked with Sears to get discounts on appliances. They worked with Bob's Discount
Bob
to get
Discount, I think, is
discounts
a
on-
very good
He's so
organization.
amazing.
He
On
is.
beds.
I
So,
hear that
yeah.
he
You know what?
donates a
And good
lot.
karma and good for him. Look at how he's grown. But
I
he
know
does
it.
a lot.
Yeah,
in,
I
in
hear
a
that
lot
he
of
donates
communities.
a lot of appliances.
He does.
Yeah.
And beds and things
But,
like
yeah.
that. But Inspiration House is what Kim's speaking to, and you know, it's amazing. And these girls have been molested and have babies as a result. And here's a home, and it's a very specific area, you know, with intellectual disabilities. It's very specific. So he and his sister started this great home. And so, you know, again, kudos to him too. I mean, so the more you align with other organizations, the more satisfying it is for all of us.
It's kind of like the saying, pass it forward.
Exactly.
Because
Pay
you're
forward,
really
pay forward,
helping
pay
these
forward.
people to, you know, and then in turn they will become,
Absolutely.
help other
Yeah.
people, and
And that's how life should be anyway.
exactly.
You know, it's the way our lives should be.
Exactly.
And so by being in Real Estate Agents Recycle is our little piece of making that happen.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with all your dolls.
People are scared. I'm just telling you.
Dolls.
Nobody wants my dolls. And I'm an Agatha Christie buff, and I have every book that she's written, 95 of them.
Now,
and I always say to Kim, you know, I've got all those books, and she goes, uh-huh.
I'm not an Agatha. Maybe
No.
someday I'll be an Agatha Christie.
Maybe there's a home for those, but dolls are scary to most people.
I know it. I know it. I have tried to give them
After
away.
we get off of this, I'll tell you a story about dolls in the attic.
Nobody wants
But
my dolls.
there's something for everybody. There is something
exactly.
for
Well, there
everybody.
might be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that I should bring them to Riverside because the patients love dolls and they like to hold them.
they do?
Only if they can play, you know, if they're not
they can
China
play-
dolls.
No, they're porcelain.
Yeah, she's got a lot of the China.
Okay.
When
We
I
used to turn them around when we were kids so the eyes
Yeah.
wouldn't stare at us.
when I downsize, you're going to really spend a lot of time in my house. Well, I am so glad you came and visited with me and told us about this. This is it's fabulous. It's just
Thank
it's
you.
fabulous, and it's pay it forward.
Yes,
and
it is.
So all you real estate agents out there, pay attention.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely. And I
yes.
know Kim, with her marketing skills, will get this out. We're going to show these flyers
Absolutely.
up on the TV. And thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, Kim.
Thank
You're
you.
doing fabulous work.
Thank you, and thank you
Thanks.
for having us.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
thank
so,
you so
welcome.
much.
You're so welcome. So East Hartford will, all these people will be sitting there saying,
I need them.
I really need them. I need their number.
Yeah.
So thank you. And
Thanks.
thank you for stopping by. And this is Pat Sirois, and this is My Kind of Town.